Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Talking Movies with D, and that's me. Here on the show, we give you the latest in everything movie news related and break it down to what it all means. I'm your host, Derek Woodring, actor, model, and movie buff, and I'm joined again by my friend OJ. What's good?
What up, man? You know I'm here to talk that comic book news. You know what it is.
Yeah, as you already know if you've seen the other episodes, anytime this guy's on here, we're talking about comic book movies. So without further ado, we'll get to our very first thing, and that is the Fantastic Four trailer that just came out. And I'll let you go on that first. I'll let you talk about, do you want to speak on the trailer first, or do you just want to talk about the movie in general that you know about it?
The movie?
Yeah, because I want you to do them separately. I want you to say the movie and then the trailer.
Well, everything I know about the movie so far is based on the first two that already came out. I mean, I know about the characters. I think a lot of people are familiar with the comic book characters of the Fantastic Four, but movie history, they're...
No, not the movie. The movie, the one that's about to come out. Like the stuff you know from that.
Okay, well, all I know about that one is they changed some of the key plots in the story. They went off page from the first two a little bit. Johnny Storm, for one. He's not... maybe he is, but he's not Sue Storm's biological brother.
They could be half brother and sister.
But besides that, that was the main thing, and also it looks like they went back in time. But I know you'll touch on that a little bit later. They went back in time, and that doesn't look like Sue Storm and Mr. Fantastic or husband and wife and all that other good stuff. So
I don't think they went back in time. I just think they started from when they were younger.
Yeah, they elevated the story. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. They didn't go up there as teenagers. What parents gonna sign off on that field trip?
Well, not teenagers. They could be like in their early 20s.
I don't think so.
All right, so if you're talking off that, and hold on, Dr. Doom.
I didn't see him at all.
No, he's not in the trailer, but you do know they changed his name and his occupation technically, right?
You did. What is it now?
His name, doctor. It's not Dr. Doom. Dang it. Oh, Victor Domashev is his name now, and he's not a dictator either. He's it's like a computer nerd, basically.
That's not how it was in the comics.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's frustrating. That's probably the dumbest thing they did. Everything else that they did, I could defend a little bit. So, Sue Storm and Johnny Storm, they kind of modernized it to where now there's a lot of mixed families or whatnot. That's my brother, that's my sister, half brother, half sister, step brother, step sister, whatever. And so that I can why'd you have to mess with it, whatever. But if we're gonna ever allow other races to be in a superhero world, you have to change the races. That's gonna have to happen because you're not gonna have any Asian superheroes, or if you do, you're not gonna have many Asian, Indian, Black, Mexican. You're not gonna have any of them because all of them are white.
No, you got Black Panther.
There's a handful, but there's not a lot.
Hey, down the road, Marvel's doing it anyway with all these movies. Give everybody a movie. You know what I'm saying? Do it.
It's going to take a while. And not everybody's going to be interested. Like, right now, we're not sure about Ant-Man. Or is that going to be the one we want to see anyway?
Well, if we're going to go that route, I would prefer they just make more movies about more characters versus changing the races and the backstories of all these characters. That's just my preference. I got nothing, against, different races in movies, but I want them to play the characters they played in the comic books.
Yeah.
So.
I get your issue with that. But, so... Yeah, that changed, them being younger, and the whole Doctor Doom thing. The Doctor Doom thing, stupid. Very dumb, but whatever. Mm-hmm. Besides changing, which are technically key elements, because, Dr. Von Doom, you think about it, you call him that. Like, it's weird that they changed it. But besides that, to me, everything else is great. And if we're not talking about the trailer, but the movie, so... Michael B. Jordan, who should have been nominated last year for an Oscar for Fruitvale Station. You have Miles Teller, who was on Whiplash, which is nominated for an Oscar, and he was in talks to be Oscar nominated. He wasn't. I don't think he deserved it, but he definitely was great in Whiplash. Jamie Bell, he's from the movie Jumper and King Kong, and I really liked him in Jumper, and he's playing Ben Grimm. Then you have Toby Kebbell.
Real quick. You just brought up King Kong. And I just found out an interesting tidbit a little while ago. I was bored at work. Did you know that Tom Hanks' son was in that?
In what?
And King Kong.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that either.
I don't even know what Tom Hanks' son is.
Yeah, he was like the nerdy dude that was carrying around all the equipment and stuff.
Oh.
He got killed first.
I ain't seen that in a while.
I think he got killed first.
I have to go back and look at it now.
He was like Jack Black's little assistant.
That's why he died for nobody cared.
Little tidbit.
Anywho, then you have who you got? Oh, Kate Mara, who was in Iron Man 2 in 12 Hours. She's a good talent, and Toby Kebbell, who a lot of you probably like him but don't know it because he was from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and he played Koba in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and I mean you can contest he was really good at that. I mean he was in that and he was also in one of them Percy Jackson movies, I believe, the second Percy Jackson movie. But so you have those people playing. So acting wise, like actors, they got all great dramatic actors. So and then if I'm gonna transition to the trailer or the teaser, if it's kind of what it was, because you didn't get all the stuff. I mean, it's really strictly a tease. You don't see Mr. Fantastic stretch. You don't see Invisible Woman go invisible. You see a little bit of the thing. You see a little bit of Human Torch. And so you don't really see them showcase their powers. But looking at the trailer, it looks serious because the first two Fantastic Fours were stupid and very comic booky. And it looks like they're doing like a Christopher Nolan where now in Fantastic Four is going to be more serious tone. Everything looks. It makes more sense to me, at least in that sense. And then I mean you got they have the director from Chronicle, then the writer from X-Men Days of Future Past. So besides them changing some of the core things that will make you mad, and I understand the reason why you're mad, and I had an issue with it as well. Yeah. Everything else looks good in that front.
Yeah. I kind of want to give it a second chance too, because I'm not a big fan of movie remakes and stuff like that. But because history has shown also, like with the Spider-Mans, like the first three Spider-Mans were kind of bad, and they did the remake and they got new casting, they went a different direction.
You don't like the first two Spider-Man?
No, I didn't really like Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, I like him as Spider-Man.
I really like him as Spider-Man.
I like the Spider-Man movies, but as him as Spider-Man, I hated it.
The last one, I think the one with Venom in it, that was garbage.
Yeah, that's the one. Everybody hated that one.
Yeah, but the last two that came out, the remakes, those were pretty good. They redid those pretty well, and they got a new Spider-Man in there. And I wasn't a big fan of Jamie Foxx being Electro, but they did a good job with those movies. But so with that being said, the first two Fantastic Fours weren't all that great at all. So maybe breathing some breath of fresh air in this new and reinvigorating the franchise and make it better. So I'm willing to give it a chance for that, but I'm already not liking what I'm seeing. So,
but what about the trailer? If you're taking away, and I know we kind of talked a little bit about it earlier. Yeah. If you're taking away the stuff that you hate, and granted, you hate the movie already.
Take away all the stuff I hate, not what I like.
No. Take away the fact that this is a property that you already knew about.
Yeah.
And they changed some of the core things for you. If you were just to sit down and see this teaser as like because it really looks like just a sci-fi movie. Mm-hmm. If you were to take it as in that, would you be interested in it, and or would you be disinterested? I know it's a hard thing to say. Take away that this universe.
It's almost impossible to do. But if I wasn't like a comic book fan and I didn't know what I didn't know already, I think anything science related interests me anyway. So I would be interested to see it. I would want to know, what's that guy on fire? What's going on with him? What's that guy that's coming out of that rock thing looking like?
Yeah.
So I would be interested, but I'm really not too amped up for this movie, to be honest. But you brought up a good point a little bit earlier. How you were saying, I hope I kind of get the same treatment I got from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
I was talking a lot of trash about that, and it proved me wrong.
Again and again.
I doubt this one will do it though. I mean,
it's got everything to make a good movie. You have because you like the movie.
I'm gonna throw this out there. The Fantastic Four characters suck. I mean, for lack of a better word, man. Like, okay, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. They get hit by they get bombarded by cosmic rays, and he can stretch infinitely. What is he, Stretch Armstrong? I don't want that power. As a kid, I don't want to be you.
Nobody asked you to be.
Okay, then Sue Richards. No.
Oh, what did she become?
Yeah. Anyway, her powers to become invisible and make force fields. That's not cool.
You telling me you would never want to just be invisible? You can go do what you want.
If I could do anything, no, I wouldn't just want to be invisible. If I had to pick
no, I'm saying, but if you got that power, you would be happy with it, and you can force it so nobody can shoot you or anything like that.
I wouldn't be doing something to get shot. And me being invisible, maybe not the best thing.
I'm just saying, it's not that bad of a power. The only cool one is
Johnny Storm. And then what? They got the thing. He's a big rock.
Yeah, that sucks.
Johnny Storm's the only good one.
I say this brother and sister are good ones because Johnny Storm can fly and turns into fire, so he can do what he wants there. And then if you're invisible, like you said, granted, it's probably not the best power to get, but if I can be invisible in the force field, you can protect your family. Like if something happens, you can protect your family or whatever. I'm just saying, it's not that bad. Anyway, out of that, back to what I was gonna say about the director and the writer. Because it's got the makings to make a good movie. Just because the director from Chronicle, which you like the movie Chronicle, the writer from X-Men Days of the Future Past, which is probably one of the best movies of last year, even though it's not Oscar love, whatever. So I mean, and then all the actors, they have 2 Oscar caliber actors, and then the rest are just great dramatic actors. So if you take those core things, and without saying they're going to be in Fantastic Four, you take those elements and just say, hey, I'm going to make a movie with these people.
It sounds good on paper, but it all comes down to execution.
And by the trailer, it looks like it could be good.
Think about another movie that just let me down based on that whole thing was Lucy.
No, who was the director of Lucy?
I don't know, but you take the script. You take everything that was a part of that movie. If you guys haven't seen
the script, was stupid in the end.
They ran out of ideas. It sounded good on paper, but then it was just like when they put it together, it was just like it became jumbled and it didn't really make a whole lot of sense, in my opinion.
Keep going.
A lot of the stuff that potentially could play out with the Oscar caliber actors and the great writers and stuff like that. Like it all sounds good on paper, but once it comes together, and it's a jumbled mess.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
Because the director is in the chair. He's the one that basically controls everything. To use Lucy just has Scarlett Johansson.
Morgan Freeman.
No, I'm saying, okay. But Morgan Freeman is in a lot of bad movies too. As long as I love him, he's in good movies and in bad movies.
You know me?
Huh? Yeah, that's older, but yeah. Anywho, just want to lean on me. You know me. Anyway, but take Lucy. So okay, you got two great actors, right? In Lucy. Then you have the director who just had, what's his name? I just lost it. His name is Luc Besson, okay? His last movie before that, his movie before Lucy was The Family with Robert De Niro. The movie was terrible. Then he had some other crap I never heard of. And then, his last good movie that I heard of and I would want to watch, which was a good movie, is The Fifth Element. And that was in 97. It's 2015. It wasn't. I mean, he could have made a good movie, but going off his track record, nah. Now you're talking about the guy that just made Chronicle, makes sense, and then the guy that just wrote X-Men: Days of Future Past, and then people that just were not up talks for Oscar nominations.
Right.
That's better than if you're using Lucy as an example. I understand you being nervous.
Okay. Let's talk about that again. You take all these great things, but you're making. It doesn't matter the actor's the caliber of the actor. We know that it's a comic book movie, all right.
But they're not treated like.
I'm not there to listen to this guy's dialogue. I don't care about all these different interactions. I want to see some special effects, and I want to see something that's going to make me say, "Wow!" So I don't care if if
Robert Downey Jr. was a good actor, we wouldn't like Tony Stark the way he is.
Robert Downey Jr. doesn't have to be a good actor to play Tony Stark. He just plays himself.
No, but he has to be a good. If it was some other actor who wasn't good, we would not be in love with Iron Man. We wouldn't even have the Marvel Universe if it wasn't for Robert Downey Jr. being the actor he is.
We can talk about that later. But I think Robert Downey. We're going off subject a little bit. But Robert Downey he's like Tony Stark in real life. So
exactly, but without us caring about him as Tony Stark, none of the other stuff matter. Yeah, but like, it's like Transformers. Transformers has a lot of action, but it's like. Boo-hoo.
Exactly, Mundo, and I think that's where we're going with this new Fantastic Four.
No, because they're not just caring about the action. They're like, yeah, we can do that, but we're gonna do this too. We're gonna make you feel for these people.
Why would I feel for you guys? Why would I want to feel for them?
You're supposed to care about it. You care about Tony Stark, don't you? You care about Thor?
No, I don't care about Thor.
Who do you care about besides Iron Man?
Hulk.
Okay, so what you care about?
Because I liked him as a kid.
Whatever. Anyway.
That's the only reason I have attachment. I have no attachment to Fantastic Four.
You're going to hear this first. I hope, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a good movie. He's going to have to eat his words because he's like, oh, it's not going to be good because I don't care about him. It doesn't matter about the dramatic actors. Watch. Well, he's going to, just like in Guardians of the Galaxy, he's going to eat his words, and I'm going to laugh at him for it. But let's go to the next thing. Our next piece of news is casting for the next X-Men Apocalypse. So it's been rumored for a while about who they're going to get to play a young Jean Grey, a young Storm, and a young Cyclops. They finally have it cast. So Sophie Turner is going to be playing. Sophie Turner is going to be playing Jean Grey, and she's from Game of Thrones. She plays. Dang, I forgot her character's name on Game of Thrones. Whatever, I'll put her name in later. But she's real good in Game of Thrones and is a very important character. Ty Sheridan, who's playing Cyclops, he is from the movie Mud with Matthew McConaughey, and a lot of you probably haven't seen it, but it was a pretty good movie.
What's the movie called?
Mud.
Mud.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You heard of it?
No.
I haven't. You can watch it. It's pretty good. Then the last person who I probably know the least about is Alexandra Shipp. She's playing Storm. She was in the movie Aaliyah, which I couldn't watch the whole movie, but I don't really know how her acting was in it.
Was that A&E movie?
Yeah, Lifetime movie. Yeah, and then she's gonna be in the movie Straight Outta Compton, and she was also in the second Drumline, which is another movie I started watching. And I had to turn it off because it was crap. But that's not saying anything about her acting because I didn't really pay attention to her in it. But going from what Fox has already done with their getting talent, and then everybody here besides the one I don't know is talent. I mean, she could be a talent too. I just haven't really been able to see her work. Maybe she just pick crappy movies. I don't know. But going off of that, what do you think about? I mean, I showed you what they all look like. What do you think about them as that, and then getting caliber of people from show like Game of Thrones, where everybody is such a great talent in that way, and Ty Sheridan Mud was another one of those type of movies like that. I can't comment on Alexander Shipp at all, but
unfortunately, I'm not familiar with any of those characters. But from what it sounds like though is that they're diving backwards again and making characters younger in the X-Men universe, which sounds cool. Again, it worked in X-Men First Class. So I'm a little bit more excited with that because it's been proven to work in the past. So again, I don't think it really matters because in that situation too, with the X-Men First Class, a lot of those actors weren't household names and stuff like that. So and I mean, and they did a really good job. So maybe they'll have the same thing working with this new one. I mean, to be honest, I want to see what's up with Apocalypse though, because Apocalypse is like one of them ultimate bad boys in the comic books, and I want to see what's going down with him.
Yeah, I want to know what the whole backstory is with that. Yeah. But just to give you, so you're okay with them making Cyclops, Jean Grey, and everybody younger?
Yeah.
Now you do know, because what you don't like about Fantastic Four is that, but at the same time, this is the same studio making both of these movies.
Well, the thing that makes me okay with that, turn on my X-Men nerd glasses on.
And those characters.
So I mean, they've been a team for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So back in the day when they were younger, they were still part of the X-Men. They were all kind of like adopted by Charles Xavier, and they were brought in as youngsters because they couldn't really control their powers. So them being younger and working as a team, I have no real issues with and stuff like that. It's not like with the Fantastic Four, their whole thing when they got their powers, they were adults. They were sent into space. They were like astronauts or whatever was going on. And now, I mean, you turn them into teenagers and you do the same thing. Like they have to get their powers somehow, but you know what I'm saying? You just kind of changed it up by making them younger and sending them into space. But with the X-Men, they were already formed as a team as being younger, so I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, that's all we got for the news today. Now we're going to get to what I like about the show, besides just talking movies, is talking specifically about movies I've seen and trying to get you guys to see those movies as well. Just let you know if it's worth going to either buy the movie or going to theaters to see it, is our movie picks. So my movie pick today that's in theaters right now It's actually an Oscar-nominated movie, and I don't really know if I would have seen it if it wasn't for it being in the Oscars, because I'm trying to get all my Oscar movies done now before the Oscars actually happen. So when I do a video on it, it makes sense, and I can say who I think should win. But Whiplash, man. Whiplash, like, it's...
Tell me about that.
Yeah, like, I think the day I came out, I watched it. I was like, yeah, you got to see this movie, because it's basically about... Miles Teller's in it, the guy that's going to be in the Fantastic Four. He's a drummer, and he's at some school. I don't remember what the school was, but he's at this school, and he's trying to get into J.K. Simmons. And if you guys don't know who J.K. Simmons is, he's the guy who was in the first Spider-Man, and he was a guy that hated Spider-Man. Like, just give me more pictures, bring me more photos. That guy,
Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, Jonah Jameson. But and he's known as, like, he's like that football coach, but he takes it way further. Like, you know, football coaches, basketball coaches, they're always hard on you, like, hey, you're stupid, put you down, but it's supposed to pick you back up. He takes it to another level. Like, dang. It's like... Did any of
your basketball, football coaches ever tell you you're stupid?
No.
I just thought that was funny.
But, you know, they're like, what are you doing here, stupid? Like, I don't know. Stupid always comes to my mind, but it's like, what are you doing, dumb? Dang it, it's always something dumb. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Marines, soldiers, or whatever, calling you maggot, saying do this, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I'm trying to get at.
I like messing with you.
But he does that, but he does it, it's on another level. Like, it's not supposed to be funny. But it's funny. And the other people in the movie theater will laugh. And it's like, and you're rooting for him, and you kind of feel for J.K. Simmons' character, but it's like, you see what he's trying to do, but it's like, man, you're taking it too far. And then it's a great movie. And J.K. Simmons is nominated as a supporting actor, and I hope he wins. Like, I haven't seen all the supporting actors for the Oscars, and I haven't seen all their movies, but from what I'm hearing, he's the only person that they most likely would like, yeah, he's definitely going to win. For a Blu-ray pick, I'll let you go first on that since I did the movie, because he don't ever have a movie pick.
I don't go to the movies like you, man.
I know.
You got like AMC passes and free ticket deals and stuff like that.
I can go every 24 hours to see a movie for free. But go ahead.
Blu-ray DVD. Well, the movie that I'm gonna pick isn't on Blu-ray or DVD because North Korea won't let us do it.
Oh, North Korea.
I'm gonna go with the
It's
interview.
on Netflix.
So yeah, that's how I ended up watching. I'm gonna go with the interview. The reason I picked that movie, I wanted to see it because I wanted to see what all the hoopla and the hullabaloo was about. You know, see what the buzz was about with the movie. And while I was watching it, I was kind of thinking like, man, like if those North Koreans bomb us over this movie, it better be good. And it was funny. It was funny. But
no, stop. I want to stop you. You said if they bomb us because this movie better be good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, they were talking some big stuff over that movie. You know what I'm saying? They were, they don't want their dictator leader to be portrayed in a negative light, and he was. You know.
Yeah, he definitely was, especially because he had like that Katy Perry song.
I don't want to get the movie away, but yeah.
That's in the trailer.
Okay, yeah. So I recommend that movie just to see it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen it because you guys are feeling the same way I was, wanting to see what it was about. But I'd have to recommend that movie. I mean, it's got some crude humor in it, and you know, if you like that kind of stuff, go ahead and see it.
Yeah, I mean, I felt the same. I saw it that weekend when they made it available. Like, you had to pay like $10 to rent it or something like that, and it's definitely worth seeing. I mean, if it wasn't all the hype behind it, because I thought it was gonna be way funnier just because of all the hype. But then I watched it again. It's like, no, it's still funny. It's not This Is the End or those like super good movies, but it had its funny elements. It's really good. And I mean, it's James Franco and Seth Rogen just doing what they do, being funny, having fun, making a movie. So, I really enjoyed that. My Blu-ray pick is actually I haven't got it on a DVD yet, but it did just come out this week. I saw it last year. It's called The Drop. It's Tom Hardy and James Gandolfini, and I don't even know how I ended up seeing it. I don't remember. Like, I just saw Tom Hardy, and I mean, it looked kind of intriguing, but it's like it's been a while since I've seen it. So I believe he's somewhere in the East Coast. I want to say like New York area, and he's just simple guy living his life, run into a girl and no, he finds a dog in her trash can and he tries to get it, and the girl's like, "Oh, this guy's coming at me crazy," like she's defensive, and they ended up bonding because of the dog, and like shows him trying to be a good guy, and they're like, he's really like a mellow dude, but what you don't know is he has a history, and you have to. He's trying to keep it all in, and it's like, but doing whatever he can to be good. He's like, I'm trying to be good, but they won't let me.
Good with that baby boy.
I had to do it, but I got to keep it clean, so I kept it that way. Yeah. But the movie, like once you see that, just put it this way, because of Tom Hardy and James Gandolfini's acting, that movie's as good as it is. Because without them being as good as, especially Tom Hardy, the movie would be terrible. But because of them carrying and doing what they do, and there's some other characters in the movie that are pretty good too. But on those two's back, it's just I left satisfied, and I was shocked at the movie as well. But hey, that's all we got for you today on Talking Movies with D. Just make sure you guys email us if you want me, OJ, or any other guests to either, if you want to keep having them come on and talk more things than just comic books. If you agree with what we're talking about, just email us at talkingmovieswithd@gmail.com. You can, since he doesn't have, Facebook or once you follow him or anything like that, you can follow me on all your social media, just at dwood2324, and I'll make sure I'll, follow you back, comment, and I'm trying to get into posting more. So I'm putting up more pictures, videos, us doing this. I'll make sure to do all that for you guys. Just don't forget, click that thumbs up button on YouTube and also subscribe to the page so you can get all the content for acting and for our videos. And that's it. I'm out. Deuces.